Okay, hey, thanks for coming back for part 2 of this basically step here though. I would call this, we could call this a mail day though video, but we're not. We're going to call this a basically card opening, sharing deck ideal though. Okay, let's see here. This one on the other hand is basically just going to be picking up basically a essentially fun little old school card though. And see, I think I go back and I look at some of the revised cards though, and it'd be cool if they would make any one of the ones that's not obviously basically what's the word? I don't know, that basically would fall into the category of being basically restricted though, not restricted, but basically reserve list cards, because obviously those can't be reprinted, or I mean they could technically if they want to get rid of the reserve list or do new arts, or I thought of this the other day, or actually today, and that is basically what if you did them basically some of the reserve list cards though as basically masterpiece cards that basically were designed for the collectability though, that wouldn't necessarily be tournament legal. Just a thought, but either way, I mean, but in this case though, this card here, we went and picked up the old Lord of the Atlantis, or Lord of Atlantis though, was basically essentially a staple a lot of times with playing any sort of blue creature decks though, especially if you're playing merfolk, since all your merfolk gained island walk and +1/+1 while the card was in play though. And so, and being a although it was a 2/2 creature, it basically meant that you'd be looking to basically either have more than one, or basically have enchantments to basically improve his strength though, basically durability. Then we went ahead and picked up a original Tempest reflecting pool. Now, what I would say here, I'm going to check and see. Okay, I think that the card that we're looking for in particular is in here. Now, yes, I believe it is, but I only got one because I need to check and see if maybe I already have more than one, in which case then, you know, it's basically, it's the only reason why I got one though was basically more for basically getting it than anything else though, and then either basically adding to it from there though, checking my current stack of cards though that I have for more, so we'll get to that card though. So the other thing that I picked up here, basically now it looks like these are a little more rough, and that's another Legends, the blue mana battery, and then another early harvest though from Mirage. So some of these are basically, of course, pickups though for the older cards set though, that sort of thing, which you know, again, looking at, basically when I can pick things up. Also went ahead and picked up the War Elephant from Arabian Nights. And then I picked up, yes, there we go. So this should be the other card though. Kiana Border Bondi Prodigy, I should say. So Kenna Bondi Prodigy. Okay, so basically this is where you're going to, if you're going, so you're going blue green though, which if I do this though, then that means I gotta add some blue into my basically to go with Gnawbone, as opposed to going straight green though. But basically whenever you get, so 2-drop blue green 2/2 mythic, but whenever you tap a non-land permanent for mana, add 1 mana of any type that permanent produced. With the any type that permanent produced. Okay, so then if you need to, you can actually, there's a bonus here, is look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may put a non-human creature card from among them onto the battlefield. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. That's a beefy cost of 7 though. Basically 5 basically plus a blue and a green though. But so you basically, whenever you tap a non-permanent non-land permanent for mana, so 1 mana of any type that permanent produce. Okay. So basically, Basalt Monolith does not untap during your untap phase. So it requires you to basically untap Basalt Monolith for 3. Okay, now here's the thing though. So you tap this gives you 3, right? Okay, because you've tapped it, and of course old school, you actually turn the card. You basically would denote that you've tapped it. Because of this card though, then basically you're generating 1 additional mana. Okay, so now you untap it. Okay, now you've untapped it. Now it's untapped. Now you tap it again, you generate 2, and repeat the process though. So you literally are going to be able to build the necessary mana that you might need though, by using this combination though. Now, of course, doing that though is going to quickly make your opponent realize that they need to find a way to get rid of basically 1 or both of these. So that is where basically having basically more than 1 Basalt Monolith available though, and more than 1 Kiana as well though. And since you're only looking at, I mean, she's only he, Kiana Bonder Prodigy. It's only a 2-drop anyway for 2/2s, so. But the biggest thing that you're looking at is, of course, is your 3-drop for the Basalt Monolith. Now, this is where I would then put a regeneration on one of them. If you had more than 1, obviously, and if you had more than 1 regeneration. But assuming you only had, if you had a couple of regeneration though, and you could basically put regeneration on. Then at that point though, now you've basically have provide an opportunity to protect your investment here. So I saw that though, and I was like, you know, that's really cool. I think that could work, or I'd love to go ahead and give it a try anyway with my green Gnawbone deck. However, as I noted, there is one little, basically, catch to that ideal. That basically is that in order to make it work, I need to be able to generate blue mana. Now, that's where the blue mana battery came in to my head. Is that I could basically pick up a blue mana battery and generate blue that way. Then, of course, I was also thinking, you know, there's other ways to do that too. Reflecting pool is one of them. But the reflecting pool, of course, means you have to have blue mana. So that means that if I'm going to look at doing that combination, that I'm going to have to basically look at modifying my old Gnawbone deck by going ahead and looking at basically adding blue to that deck though in a way that it would make both sense, but at the same time provides additional opportunities though. So that is kind of where we're at though. I'm of course going to be continuing to work on and put together, tweak the deck though. Obviously if I'm going that route though, that means I'm going to need to look at getting blue mana in some fashion though. So when you guys see this video, check it out, tell me what you think, and I may even look at one point hitting up Matt over on basically he does a lot of deck builds though for people though, custom deck builds. I can't think of the MTG Unveiled. I'm still may actually at one point look at going ahead and having him put together a old Gnawbone deck just to do a basically a test though, a comparison in a way. Now I also know that there are some lands that I will likely look at adding though to it though. The other thing that might get in there is that though as well. But for now, I got a bunch of cards that I still need to basically sleeve though and file, and yeah, even with that though, I still probably am going to go ahead and look at saving this here. Appreciate you guys stopping by, and I'll basically catch you in the next video. Have a great day, guys.